Another project that we worked on recently was to deploy a document management system. We, as a community action agency supporting energy assistance, we are just getting buried in paper. We have a whole wall of file cabinets that represents just 1 year's worth of client data, and we have to store it for several years. We're actually buying off-site storage just for our paper. And it's complicated for a number of reasons. So the document management system really made a lot of sense for us, and we started looking at this. We began an RFP process, and as part of that process, it was a real revelation to us just how many other things needed to be considered when we started looking at these things. It really is bigger than just what software are we going to use, what vendors are we going to choose, why is this software better than that. What happened was we discovered we need to look at how we move information through our office. We needed to look at what are our document retention policies, what are required by the people that are giving us money, what kinds of things our decision makers in what we store and where. We had to look at making some kind of reasonable file structure. We had to revisit our backup. We had to buy additional hardware, SQL servers, and that of course entails new power supplies and new backup solutions and everything else. It was a very complicated process. It's amazing how many things were there. We're about a month after our deployment now. We have people who are working many hours a week and lots of overtime trying to put 1 year's worth of historical data in. And it has taken a very long time. We have hired temps to come in and remove paper clips and sort colored pages out so that we can scan them separately. And it really has been an interesting experience. The product that we ended up choosing was Laserfiche, which is a product that's been out there for many, many years. It's kind of an industry standard, and that appealed to us. I was concerned about software that might be changing hands while big fish eat little fish, and the stability of a product going forward and the fact that we can count on having a single vendor appealed to us. There are also pluses and minuses for interface and how things work. We had to hit a particular price point. I mean, there are document management packages that we looked at that would be wonderful to have, but we're far outside our budget. There were some that were not really very much ahead of just making folders on your server and storing stuff in there. But it has been an interesting experience going through this. We really had to review the specific requirements that we had and get very, very focused on what we needed before we could choose a vendor and make good choices about it. If I was going to start over and do it again, I think I would have left more time and brought in more help for getting the history on board. That has turned out to be a much bigger project than we had initially anticipated. And the quality of the scanners and some of the automated software pieces turned out to be very important. But it really is very different from one department to the next, how things go in and how they're structured. So it's been interesting.